Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing okay and having a lovely Sunday and a lovely weekend, and that you're comfortable and that maybe you're getting some sunshine, which seems to be coming and going over here. I myself have had a really bad flu cold for the last few days. Today's the first day where I can actually do things, and I had to put some makeup on just so that I wouldn't scare you, because I have not been well. It's been a really weird flu. It makes you really dizzy. Anyway, I'm over the worst, and I hope that you guys are okay and feeling well within yourself. And if not, I hope that you're comfortable. Yeah. So today I wanted to talk about Telogen Effluvium, and also how a lot of people who have Sjögrens get this, and just a little bit about my hair journey, a bit about hair loss and things like that. Just to say that hair loss can happen due to a lot of reasons, as I'm sure you know. So your thyroid could be out of balance, you could have Hashimoto's, or you different thyroid issues. You could have vitamin and mineral deficiencies like iron, zinc, vitamin D, even all sorts of things can cause hair loss. And then obviously there's hereditary hair loss like alopecia, and there's different kinds, and I don't really know very much about any of that. I did go and see a hair specialist years ago. Actually, okay, so first I'll talk about my journey, a little bit of my journey, and then I will say why I feel that I have Telogen Effluvium. At the moment, it's in between, so it's getting thicker. But the last couple of months, it's been shedding so much that I have had to vacuum my floor every few days, every couple of days. And possibly at the end of the video, once I say goodbye, I will show you. I took a shower, washed my hair yesterday, and I will show you how much hair came out of that shower after I had combed it through. So, and then washed my hair. So you get an idea of how much hair I lose. But I'll do that after I say goodbye, because some people may not want to look at hair, fallen hair. It can be a bit gross. So I'll put that at the end. But I should have taken note of what year that was. But let's say 2016 or something. I can't remember. Or 17. What happened was, it turned out that I had an iron deficiency due to my diet. But before that, I also had some stressful situations. I lost my job. I was made redundant from a really, really well-paid and a good job. And I had to leave my home. I had to move out of London. I had been engaged, and we had split up. So a lot of stressful life events had happened. And also, I started getting really bad stomach aches, which they thought was a hiatus hernia, which later on turned out that it wasn't, many years later. But I had an endoscopy and everything, and they were like, yes, you have a hiatus hernia, but it wasn't true. Maybe it was fibromyalgia, maybe it was my gallstones playing up, but it definitely, was not a hiatus hernia. Anyway, all that kind of stuff. So I lost a lot of hair, and it lasted for a long time, and I kept losing hair, and then once in a while it would start growing, but at one point I was just like, it's not growing. Am I going to get myself a wig? What am I going to do? All that kind of stuff. Then maybe a year ago or something, my hair started growing really thick, and I was really happy. It was growing back to how it used to be, and I thought, oh, okay, that's great. And then it started shedding again, and it got really thin again. And then I noticed a pattern that it would shed, get really thin. I mean, look, I've got I don't know, some baldness here, but that will grow back. So it now that it's been shedding, and then what will happen is it will grow back. It's bizarre. So I thought to myself, let me Google and see if there is a connection between Sjögren's and hair loss, the kind that kind of goes and comes and everything. And apparently there is. Apparently people who have Sjögren's get TO, and usually it's one of a couple of things, which is what the hair clinics say. The two main things are that it's basically something that happens that causes stress. So any kind of stressful situation. So any kind of stressful situation will cause shedding. But the issue with that is your hair doesn't start falling when you have the stressful situation happening, unless it's like chronic and keeps going, but at about 2 to 3 months later. So you may be well out of that stressful situation and your hair will be falling and you'll be wondering why. Well, you have to look back to 2 to 3 months before and see if you had a stressful situation happen. I think anybody with autoimmune disease or chronic illness, doesn't have to be autoimmune, but chronic illness, is going to have a stressful time. So I'm not surprised. Then anybody with autoimmune disease, depending on where in the body it's attacking, could have it too. And with Sjögren's, they say that when the body is attacking itself, when it's going through a period of really attacking your body, then you could have it as well. What I'd like to know is, how do I know my body is attacking itself apart from the hair loss? And whenever I see my rheumatologist, I want to ask them about it. I asked this once, and they said to me, like, how do we know, like, how our organs are doing if they're not testing them regularly? And they said, well, you'll get symptoms and then we'll do blood tests. So rheumatologists are just, in general, people test usually after symptoms and not before, which is kind of annoying. But anyway, that's a different topic. I just thought that, if I'm having this issue, and if somebody else is having this issue and their diet is okay, their hormones are okay. Also to say, I'm going to make a very mini video. It'll probably be in a short because it doesn't really take long, but I'm not going to talk about it today. Is that the way doctors test your thyroid is not exactly the most accurate way of testing it. So I think I have thyroid issues, and I have had thyroid issues in the past, and I'd like to have these tests which show, I'll go into it another time, but it's really important, and I will try to make that video ASAP. It's just that today, because I've been sick and I'm still not feeling that great, my brain is not well enough to talk too much, so I'm just going to stick to the plan. Okay, so here again, another site says a telogen effluvium or hair shedding issue may occur with any systemic autoimmune issue, including Sjögren's syndrome. Generally speaking, the more dramatically that the immune system is activated, or the greater number of organs that are involved, the greater the risk of hair shedding. I will definitely talk about this to my rheumatologist and see what they say, and I will come back on here and tell you what their stance on it is. But I'd love to also maybe, and talk to another hair specialist, since it's been many years, and to see what they have to say. So I will come back for a part 2 with this. And also, like I say, not sure how we can find out that our, organs are being affected. So I really don't know. And we just have to do our best to stay as healthy as we can with what we've got. So for me, stress is a big factor. I'm really eating very well, really avoiding inflammatory food as much as I can. I'm also taking really good supplements. So I think for me, a lot is stress. And what's really interesting is that my stress levels have gone really down in the last couple of weeks. And I think I can manage my stress a lot better than I used to. And that again is a video on its own. But I put down, apart from trying to train my mind to change my way of thinking, to try to, like, if I recognize myself thinking something negatively or ruminating about something, or just, I don't know about you, but I feel that people with chronic illness and autoimmune and Sjögren's especially, I feel that we do get stressed easier, and same with fibromyalgia, we get stressed easier. And I have definitely noticed that, because I didn't used to be, I've always had I have had mental health problems, but I would never be like on a day-to-day really jumpy and stressed about things and anxious about people and things. And all sorts of situations and things. And I had really turned into that definitely the last year or so, few months or so, before I started meditating regularly. I have found an app that is amazing, and I will do a video on it because it deserves a video all to itself. And I will explain what has changed with my stress levels and things like that. It's really good. I'm really so happy and pleased because I've been trying to meditate for a long time, because I noticed about 2 years ago, I noticed that meditation helped my fatigue. I tried YouTube, I tried another app, I tried even going somewhere in person. This app has been amazing, so I will share it with you in a very in the near future video. Look, my hair is falling as I'm talking. Whoops. Actually, look, I'll show you. Can you see? I don't know if you can see, but my hair just sheds. So this is all, I presume this is all to do with all the stresses in the past, and I am hoping that now that I'm controlling my stress and not reacting to even as much to a stressful situation, that I've like dampened my response, that maybe my hair shedding will get better. But if it is due to Sjögren's, how did they put it? The system is activated. I don't know. If it's to do with that, I don't know what I could do with that, right? I mean, naturally, obviously, people take medication like, what was it I took? Plaquenil, hydroxychloroquine, I guess things like that, which I refuse to take for many reasons. I have a video of why I stopped taking that. Okay, so this is what it says online, which is really important. It says that the hair usually regrows around 3 to 6 months without needing any treatment whatsoever. That is, if it's based on stress and not hormones, thyroid, vitamin, minerals, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so it usually regrows within 3 to 6 months without needing to do anything. Also, some medication can affect hair loss, such as methotrexate. I know people take that for lupus. I'm not sure if you take it for, I think some people even take it for Sjögren's, and probably other medications you'll have to look at. We should definitely make sure that we ask our rheumatologist and GP even. The GP can do liver and kidney checks and things, to see how they're doing. I actually had that recently for a different reason, and it was fine. So I do think it's stress for me. Also, let's try to find out what the causes of some of our flares are. And I do, again, suggest an allergy and intolerance test. I think that can be really helpful, but not that one that I had originally, and I had a video on it. That one was not accurate. What's the company called that's accurate? I'll put it here. I don't think all our allergy tests are 100% accurate, but this one is a good one. York, I think it's called York. I think the most accurate are probably things where you can, they put a scratch on your arm, and yeah, probably. But as far as blood tests go, York are very good. This is to do with Sjögren's. Hair loss from telogen effluvium. A telogen effluvium or hair shedding issue may occur with any systemic autoimmune issue, including Sjögren's syndrome. Generally speaking, the more dramatically that the immune system is activated, or the greater number of organs that are involved, the greater the risk of hair shedding. Patients with secondary SS who have coexistent rheumatoid arthritis or lupus or systematic sclerosis or mixed connective tissue disease may experience shedding from those diseases. The treatment involves treating the underlying autoimmune disease. If thyroid issues, low iron, abnormal blood levels, or stress are contributing to the shedding, these issues need to be addressed. If a medication is causing the shedding, for example, methotrexate in a patient with lupus, this needs to be addressed. Also, patients with secondary Sjögren's can get hair loss from scarring, alopecia, but I don't know, I haven't looked into that. So telogen effluvium is excessive shedding of resting or telogen hair after some metabolic stress, hormonal changes, or medication. And all of them pretty much say that it's reversible. It's generally reversible, which is good news. And here it says 2 to 4 months after a triggering event. However, if you have resolved the root cause of the trigger, this excessive shedding should only last up to 6 months. And another place says most telogen effluvium cases will result without treatment within 3 to 6 months. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. I was just really sharing what I think is going on with me, and just thought maybe you'd be interested. And if you have the same symptoms as me, where that your hair sheds and then after, I don't know, a few months it stops and then it starts growing again, and then this kind of has this cycle, then it probably is this, and it would be good to find the underlying cause and try to fix that. Easier said than done when it has to do with Sjögren's. If we could fix Sjögren's, we wouldn't be here. But whatever we can do, whether it's just like, I don't know, testing, being careful about stress, making sure we have the vitamins and minerals, making sure that it's not something like a thyroid or something that's that we didn't know about, all that kind of thing. Sending you all lots of love, and yeah, until next time, bye. Bye. So yeah, that's how much hair was taken out while I was washing my hair. And this is after me combing my hair out before I got in the shower and got rid of all the hair then. So that just tells you.